Here is Contarnergy in a new video, this time to talk about the book The Secret Garden, of which I will summarize the first three chapters with nothing to add at start. The story centers on Mary, an educated girl who lives in India, but her parents is British, as no one wants to take care of her. They hire a maid named Kamala. Mary treats Kamala very badly. As always one day she noticed that several servants disappear, but it does not matter. The days go by, but every time she sees fewer servants until who hear a scream at home. Her mother went to see what had happened, and Kamala had died of disease that had hit the city. Mary not to see the fuss that was taking place went to her room, where she stayed for a long time, on an empty stomach deciding to go out of the food. But she noticed steps outside the room, some of the two gentlemen who regretted that everyone in the house had died of the disease. But Mary had been the only survivor, so they sent her to England, where there was a family that knew her parents, where no one resented her behavior. So she traveled to house of her uncle, Yorkshire, a very rich man who he lives a mansion with many rooms and gardens, but he was a very grumpy person and did not speak to almost anyone. When they arrived at their uncle's house, they came directly to a room where he had eaten, and he was ordered to leave his room when he finished eating because his uncle did not like him to walk all over the house. The next day, when he wake up, he raped a maid who told him how could he was very keen to hear. She told him so beautiful the moor was and how beautiful it looked in spring and summer. The maid's name was Martha, who did not work for her, if not her uncle. When she heard that, Mary was furious, but Martha calmed her down by telling her about her brothers. Mary was interested in darkness, since he had a horse. Martha proposed to Mary that it would be good for her to go outside to play. I also told her that a garden was closed on the orders of her uncle, since it was the garden of the first decided wife. When under the garden he saw a gardener who appeared ill-tempered, and when he asked him about the closet garden, he was furious and told him to play better elsewhere. Days later, Mary asked Martha why her uncle had closed that garden, and she replied that it was because his wife took care of the garden and they liked to sit on the tree branch, which broke when his wife was sitting, which caused him to die. After hearing the story of the garden, they clearly heard a child's cry, but Martha supposedly denied it. The next morning, she decided to investigate the rooms of the mansion. Then she heard the cry of the boy she had heard before and decided to look for him. But the housekeeper did not leave her of the ordered her to return to her room. The next morning, Martha gave Mary a jump rope, for which she was very happy. She went out to the garden. They continued jumping and saw a robin, which she followed and saw a dog that was scratching near to the secret garden. And when he looked more closely, he was a key, which could be the key to the secret garden. The next day, he went back out to the garden with the gardener to make a conversation when the robin appeared again, which followed again and guided her to the secret door to enter in the secret garden, which was a beautiful. There were many flowers and plants that were about to be born the next day. Mary asked Martha if she could get her a shower to make her garden, which she accepted and said she would tell the gardener to get her a shovel and some seeds for her to plant. Then she heard the chills slow again, so Martha was uncomfortable, telling Mary that she would return at tea time, since I was going to have down. And is all for today. Thanks.